Chief White House correspondent John Roberts starts us off tonight. Good evening, John.
Chris, good evening to you. The White House says the president has no intention of firing his Attorney General, Jeff Sessions, nor does it seem that he wants him to resign. But he sure beat the stuffing out of him in public.
At another event today to highlight American manufacturing, President Trump ignored shouted questions whether he continues to believe in his Attorney General.
Mr. President, does Jeff Sessions still have your full support?
Thank you, everybody.
At the daily off-camera briefing, Principal Deputy Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders answered for her boss.
As the president said yesterday, he was disappointed in the Attorney General Sessions' decision to recuse himself, but clearly he has confidence in him or he would not be the Attorney General.
The pronouncement appeared sharply at odds with the bitter public flogging President Trump gave Jeff Sessions in a New York Times interview, proclaiming had he known Sessions would bow out of the Russia investigation, he would never have named him Attorney General.
Well, Sessions should have never recused himself. And if he was going to recuse himself, he should have told me before he took the job, and I would have picked somebody else. How do you take a job and then recuse yourself? It's extremely unfair, and that's a mild word, to the president.
The White House insisted the president was merely being candid about his disappointment with what Sessions did.
We have to repeal and replace.
But in doing so, the president stepped all over his forceful message yesterday about health care reform. A DOJ press conference today to announce the takedown of websites trafficking in drugs and guns became an embarrassing inquiry into whether the Attorney General would resign.
I have the honor of serving as Attorney General. It's something that goes beyond any thought I would have ever had for myself. We love this job, we love this department, and I plan to continue to do so as long as that is appropriate.
President Trump was also critical of Sessions' number 2, Rod Rosenstein, who appointed special counsel Robert Mueller. The president told the New York Times he was irritated when he heard Rosenstein had worked in Baltimore, saying, quote, "There are very few Republicans in Baltimore, if any." Standing side by side with Jeff Sessions today, Rosenstein brushed off the criticism.
I was proud to be here yesterday. I'm proud to be here today. I'll be proud to work here tomorrow.
President Trump also appeared to send a sharp warning to special counsel Robert Mueller to keep his nose out of the president and his family's business dealings.
Mueller was looking at your finances, your family's finances, unrelated to Russia. Is that a red line?
Would that be a breach of what his actual...
I would say yes. Yeah, I would say yes.
Not long after, Bloomberg reported Mueller was looking into the president's finances, but the investigation appeared limited to business deals with Russians, which the president seemed okay with.
It's possible that it's condo or something, so I sell a lot of condo units, and somebody from Russia buys a condo, who knows. I don't make money from Russia.
The White House says despite reports that the investigation is now broadened out to include the president's finances, President Trump has no intention of firing Robert Mueller. Whether or not the Attorney General, Jeff Sessions, feels that his relationship with the president is so irreparably damaged that he will have to eventually resign is another matter. And the White House tells me tonight, Chris, the president is having dinner with the New England Patriots owner, Bob Kraft. Chris?
Maybe he can get back Kraft's Super Bowl ring from Vladimir Putin. John Roberts at the White House, thank you.
Thanks, Chris.